anyways, so. Anywho, we are in the middle of Act 3, the Act 3 intermission, rather. So last time when we did Homestuck, it's been a couple weeks, but last time we did Homestuck, we got to the end of Act 3, lots of stuff is happening, and now we're in the intermission, and we're trying to rub out the felt, as it were. And we left off with making die. So we are making our way through our list here. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Oh, by the way, guys, to give you an idea of what we're looking at for the duration of the stream. So what I used to do when I was doing the double feature on Friday nights was do Homestuck for like the first hour and a half or so. I'm guessing this will go probably for like 2 hours, so probably from probably until noon my time. But we'll see how it goes. I'm not married to a particular length of time. This is our first Saturday morning Homestuck stream, so we'll see how it goes. All right, let's jump in. Take the voodoo doll. Does the eye mean it's interactive? But yeah, this is Dai's voodoo doll that Dai was using to do stuff with. Anyway, you grab his voodoo doll and stick his pin in there for good measure. Might as well keep track of everyone you've offed this way too. Oh, so this is a good way to keep track of your hit list, apparently. Hang on, I'm moving some windows around so I can see everything that there is to see. Whoa, that's not what I want to do. Hang on, sorry guys. Little discombobulated this morning. Okay, there we go. Right. Not that you intend to abuse its power to settle your score. What's the point if you're not going to get your hands dirty? Or maybe I means it's intermission, actually. Yeah. Sorry. Still, it might come in handy down the road. Lord English is supposedly indestructible. He's rumored to be killable only through a number of glitches and exploits in space-time. The doll may ultimately help you work the system if it comes to that. Hey, Serious Inc! Yeah, I thought so, Fish. Clocks! Destroy them! That's right. That's right. Spade has a disdain for clocks. I love that are we actually going to destroy 1,000 clocks? That's what I want to know. 29... Well, that's what I'll figure out eventually. 29 out of 1,000 clocks destroyed. 5 out of 15 green torsos dead. My god, everything's on fire. And bloody. Fire and blood. It's like, aren't those the words of House Targaryen? Is this just a picture of House Targaryen right now? Anyway, follow Blood Trail downstairs and finish him off. Problem with that is, he'll just see your future trail following him, and that'll be nothing but a loud invitation for him to mess with you some more. Besides, better to leave him alive. You think you know where he'll lead you to. Just got to be a little more subtle about tracing his blood trail. Keep your future trail out of his line of sight. All this space-time breaking stuff. It's so interesting how, like, each of the felt has, like, a different space-time ability and how that all, like, comes into play here. Really bending my logical thought process here. Anyway, return to being Hearts boxcars. Spade Slick cannot return to being Hearts boxcars because obviously Diamond's Droog is too busy being Club's Deuce. Oh my god, my head is spinning. You just watched Trace throw a punch into thin air for some reason. That guy is awfully silly. He then sulks off somewhere. You don't realize he's following Droog's past trail through the mansion until he gets to the point where it intersects with your trail, at which point he'll start following you. But we all realized it, because it's obvious and couldn't possibly be more clear. What? It couldn't be any less clear. The problem with stopping somewhere in the middle of the Act 3 intermission and then coming back to it a couple weeks later is I'm already confused about what's happening. But basically, in a nutshell, all of these different felt characters that are our heroes are trying to take down have different space-time abilities, such as being able to see your past trail, or being able to see your future trail, like where you've been, or where you're going, or like move slowly or quickly through time, or hide in an oven and travel through time in purely linear fashion. So anyway, point is, time travel. Anyway. Clubs Droog, implement nefarious scheme. Oh, this guy. This is the one felt guy who, oh, that's right, is bound to a chair with a Stretch Armstrong. And they, like, try to torture him for information, and he, like, moves very slowly through time, so... He just talks in slow motion. Hi, I'm Bredomania, professional streamer. You follow Droog's simple instructions. So simple, even a forgetful nincompoop like you can remember. There's a blood trail on the floor that goes in a different direction than Trace went. You decide to follow it because that sounds like a really good idea to you. If there was something you were supposed to do after helping out Droog, you'll be damned if you remember what it was. Oh, man. Something, I don't know, something. Alright. In the future, Trace catches up to where you were, but you were gone already. All he sees is the long, gross, rubbery arm of your past trail stretching through the room. He finds his comrade tied up with the stretchy rubber arms of a small man, but there is nothing gross or unpalatable about that in the least. Doze unslows himself and begins mumbling something feverishly about his hat. Oh wait, Doze can unslow himself? I actually didn't realize that. I thought Doze was just like stuck that way. Hi Blitzy! Oh, I'm sorry you're still feeling sick. I hope you're able to get some rest today and feel better. Maybe, Fish. I might have to do that. But that's probably a couple years down the road. But we'll see. It's too early to start planning for life after Homestuck right now. Yeah, Seth, in the Mettaton fight, if you do certain things during the essay part, you can boost your ratings a bit. I don't think I knew about the button mashing though. But like you could type legs or Toby, and those are both good things to type. Anyway. Still in the future. Bump, bump, dump, da. Oh geez, did it just get blown up? Oh man, they got blown up. I think I missed how that happened. Hang on. Let me go back real quick. Oh. Okay. There's a bomb under. Okay, I didn't look closely at the picture. So there's a bomb under Doze's hat. And that's why Doze unslowed himself, because it's probably like, bomb, 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 bomb. And Trace is like, what? Kaboom! Okay. It makes all sense now. Sorry. I'm only on my first cup of coffee, so I'm not that sharp right now. That might be the downside of our Saturday morning streams, is that I'm still caffeinating. Anyway. 7 out of 15 green torsos dead. 107 out of 1,000 clocks destroyed. Holy cow, we destroyed so many clocks by blowing up a room. Alright. So we are taking out each of the felts. Alright. In the past. That's a lot of past trails. Oh! And Finn is like wandering through the room and can see what just happened. Except he's in the past, so he sees what's going to happen. I need at least 9 coffees. Life is strange. You know what? I need to finish Life is Strange. I know I streamed that like last year sometime, but I only got like halfway through it. I need to go back to that someday. Alright. Yes, Blitzy, that's also true. Finn makes his way through the mansion to get some help. He wonders where this little guy is going. Deuce's future trail is headed in the same direction he's headed by sheer coincidence. Finn decides to follow him for a bit, keep an eye on him. For as long as Deuce's path matches his, that is. Oh, sorry. For as long as Deuce's path matches his, that is. There's pretty much no chance he's headed to the same place, though. That would be statistically improbable. He's got no idea what these other goons are up to here. Funny, their future trails end here. He's not going to stick around long enough to find out why. He's a bit too woozy from the blood loss to sort out this mess anyway. Clubs Droog, follow the red blood road. It's uncanny. This little guy is matching Finn's route every step of the way. He must know something. Finn decides he's got to take him out. Oh my. Uh-oh. Oh dear. But he can't get a clear shot. Too dizzy. And with all that C4 under Deuce's hat, firing would be a very bad idea. My God, he's thought of everything! Clearly dealing with a criminal mastermind here. Oh my gosh, Deuce does have C4 under his hat. Oh my goodness. Deuce, are you out of your mind? You stop to admire this gorgeous clock. It is so pretty. Too bad it's not ticking like so many of the clocks in this. Too bad it's not ticking like so many of the clocks in this place. Not that you can blame them. There are so many clocks in this mansion, it would obviously be impractical to make sure they all work anyway. Oh look, a trail of blood. You think you'll start following it. Waste exactly 4 hours on this tomfoolery. Oh my gosh, that's right. I forgot that this guy was stuck fighting these two. Oh, back. I forgot what their abilities are. But it looks super annoying. You hate time travel, 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 you hate time travel. I think he hates time travel. I don't know, guys. Above, a spectator has appeared at the strike of 4 and has been giggling at your foolishness for a number of minutes. Clover would have been tickled to help you open this vault, at the cost of answering a few of his clever time riddles, needless to say. If only you'd thought to seek his help first, rather than charging like the silly brute you are into this deadly trap of stable and not-so-stable time loops. Mostly unstable, really. These guys are way too dumb to maintain even elementary looping stability for more than a couple iterations. If you weren't so preoccupied, Clover could tell you that you could use crowbars to help pry anything out of a time loop, stable or otherwise. If you weren't so preoccupied, and if he weren't so dead, If he weren't so dead. Thanks for the host, Seth. Much appreciated, sir. Yes, he does seem ever so slightly annoyed by time travel. Just a smidge. Just a skosh. Whoa, this is like Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Stitch mutters to himself in his shop. He guesses eggs and biscuits are roughhousing again because the fabric of space-time is tearing something fierce on Lord English's Cairo overcoat. This sort of thing is exactly why he keeps a backup coat and always leaves Stitch with one of them. Any gang does well to have an in-house doctor on hand, but if you deal in time travel, you better have a damn good tailor too. Yes, that makes sense. I guess that does make sense, because if you rip the fabric of space-time, who better than a tailor to repair that? I ask you. It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense, and there is nothing nonsensical about it. Call Spades for backup! You tell Slick to get his sorry, I can't talk. You tell Slick to get his scrawny ass to the vault. It's goddamn bedlam down here. You tell him you asked Deuce for backup, but surprise, surprise, he's nowhere to be found. Big surprise, you tell him. You tell him that was sarcasm. He says he knows. That's great. Slick says he'll be right there. He'll see if he can round up Droog for support. Droog says that Deuce is tailing Finn, while he is tailing Deuce. He'll be there to help out Boxcars as soon as he and Deuce take care of business with Stitch. Couldn't be simpler. Oh yeah, he also mentions he pumped Finn full of lead, so you can cross him off the list. You roger all that. By the way, I pumped Finn full of lead, see? Ah. It's good music. Alright. In the past, Finn busts into Stitch's workshop, blubbering something about watching out for the little guy who's about to come in here. He says to watch out because he's got a bomb on his head, which is undoubtedly quite volatile, and even the slightest spark would surely set it off. Stitch sees Finn's obviously in pretty bad shape, and checks his effigy. Sure enough, the thing's in tatters. But he should be just fine if it can be patched up before he bleeds to... death. And a 15 green torso's dead. So that's interesting. So these guys have effigies of each other. And the Taylor dude is able to, I guess, heal them by repairing their effigies? Possibly. But only if he gets to them in time. Ah, I'm sorry your headphone jack broke, Fish. That's annoying. Alright. Burst in thrusting bull penis cane. Oh, right, the bull penis cane. Everybody out of the goddamn way. You've got a hat full of bomb, a fist full of penis, and a head full of empty. Oh, dear. Stitch says Stitch says drop the livestock knob and settle the hell down. He says you do realize C4 is a stable explosive and won't detonate with gunfire, right? You say, oh. Uh-oh. This is not good. Sneak into Stitch's boutique. Drop it and get in. Don't bleed on the suits. Stitch says, huh? Oh my, we've got a standoff here. You admit the thought of carrying an imprisoned Taylor wherever you go is gratifying for personal reasons, but in this case, keeping him alive should be useful in dealing with English later. Okay, so they just knocked Stitch out. And they're gonna keep him alive for later. That's probably a good idea, considering his abilities. Anyway, prod idiots with red cheeks. Wait, what? Oh, right. The red cheeks. This predictably accomplished nothing. Taking your smut out of hiding turned out to be a very bad idea. Now copies from the future are appearing left and right, and these clowns have their paws all over it. Slick, where the hell are you? Remove Crowbar's pin. So what happens when we remove Crowbar's pin? Crowbar's alive again, and a whole bunch of other stuff is different. Wait, what? You forgot this gang almost seems halfway competent when he's running the show. The good news is you get to kill him again. Insert and quickly remove Snowman's pin. You have no idea how much you'd like to, but even you're not that crazy. Still kinda tempting. What is the deal with Snowman? I'm curious to know. Oh, there's sound on this next one. Alright. I have to be honest, guys, I'm actually just very confused about what's going on, but I'm enjoying reading it nonetheless. I hope you guys understand what's happening, because I'm not entirely sure that I do. Oh, come on, you can do it, Flash. There we go. Oh, is this Snowman? Hold still, Slick. Something in your eye. Oh, God! So I'm guessing A, that was Snowman, and B, she just stabbed him in the eye. Ouch. Alright. Everyone always ceases gunplay when Snowman's around. If you kill her, you destroy the universe. Wait. If you kill Snowman, you destroy the universe? What? I don't understand. But maybe I will understand in time. Remove knife from eye. It's not a knife, it's Snowman's cigarette holder. All you know is she's gonna have a hell of a time getting it back. Oh my god. Give it to Sawbuck. You chuck the lance at Sawbuck, but of course it's only a flesh wound. Seems like that's the only sort of wound you can ever inflict on the corpulent lummox. Oh my gosh. I'm looking at the lance. It's just like sticking out of Sawbuck's chest, and Sawbuck is like, whatever. Oh my god. This is violent. Consequently, you and he both jump to a random point on the timeline. This looks to be in the recent past, when Stitch and Crowbar were setting up the crates for the imminent gunfight, which is very thoughtful of them. Your goons should be showing up any minute with the heavy firepower. For now, you've got the drop on everybody. Kill something out of rage and frustration. Stitch gets the business end of your saber rattle. He's dead. In this timeline, at least. Yeah, didn't we imprison Stitch in another timeline? Like, wait, are there just like multiple timelines happening? Is that what's happening here? Also, what is that in the upper left corner? Is that like, that looks like somebody's like white arm sticking out of like the fabric of space and time? Like, I wonder if that's anything important, or if that's just like a random thing that doesn't actually matter. Anyway, bring knives to the gunfight. Where do you think you're going, fatty? You'll deal with him in a minute. You whip out your double-edged sword and Occam's razor? You whip out your Occam's razor? Occam's razor, Crowbar's head. Make it happen. Crowbar deflects the King of Spades into Sawbuck's unmissable carriage. You jump far into the past. Whoa! Whoa! Hang on. In the background there, like by the pink moon on the right, is that the Wayward Vagabond? That looks like the Wayward Vagabond. Oh. And this also looks like the area where Dai was killed, too. But... huh. Okay, I'll need to remember this, I think. This seems like something I'll need to remember for later. Years in the past. Which is to say the present for the time being. A scurrilous straggler. Oh, this is someone new. Okay. Okay. Scurrilous straggler. So, okay, so our exile friends. We have now Wayward Vagabond, Peregrine Mendicant, the Aimless Renegade, and now the Scurrilous Straggler. I love these names. I love the names for the exiles. That's so cool. Anyway, a scurrilous straggler eyes impromptu desert skirmish. He dismisses them as a bunch of ill-mannered rogues warranting no further investigation, although he gives a small nod of approval to the plain and serviceable hat worn by one of the combatants, which strikes him as an absolutely smashing display of good fashion sense. Yeah, the timeline's happening just in this intermission, like, is more screwed up than the Zelda timeline or Undertale. Blitzy, I really should. I think you're right. I should be keeping notes on stuff like I was doing with Suikoden the other night. Taking notes probably would help. I'll have to, like, circle back and do that at some point. Anyway, hit Crowbar in the head. You can't kill him yet. You need him alive to return to the original timeline. You will be taking that crowbar, though. Stuff him in your deck of cards. You cram him into the war chest. Sawbuck you need to keep alive, too, for the moment. Not to return to the right timeline, but the right time. Wait, not to return to the right timeline, but the right time. I see. Speaking of which, where's Tubby think he's waddling off to? Oh my god, yes, the enraged milk quote. I was enraged. Just go stab Sawbuck until the time shenanigans stop. Oh my gosh. You treat him to a bit of the old bait and switchblade. You appear in the future. You guess this is after the gunfight is over. The gunfight that never took place since you killed/kidnapped everyone who was supposed to be involved. Looks like only Boxcars is here. Carry Sawbuck like Titan Atlas would carry the world. What? Oh, like on your back? You order Hearts to drop his tub on the double before this fat lard puts you in a wheelchair. If you take Sawbuck back to your own time and kill him there, that should save you the trouble of hunting him down. Might as well take Stitch too. Maybe. You're not really sure if that's how it works. You don't really care though. Yeah, I don't even know what's happening. I like to think that when Andrew Hussey went to write all this stuff out, he had like this complex diagram of like different timelines and stuff and like events that happened in like certain times and places and timelines and just mapped it all out first and then wrote the story. I have no idea how you can keep track of anything. You dump them in the Wrath Tub, then stick the tub in your own deck of cards. But you give Boxcars back his sordid literature, which he'd carelessly left in plain sight. No one will ever catch you leaving your smut around, and even if you did, that copy of Terrier Fancy magazine could belong to anybody. No one could prove nothing. Oh, man. Stick Crowbar's pin back in again. Go back to your original timeline. But now, stuffed in your chest, you've got a live Crowbar from another timeline, brought to the timeline where he's supposed to be dead. So you guess now he's alive in this timeline, which is in part defined by his death? Okay, whatever. You should probably just kill him again anyway. Also, Sawbuck from another timeline is in there too. So you guess now there are two Sawbucks? This is getting kind of dumb. Yeah, I could only wonder, Fish, how much time it took to map out everything that happens in Homestuck. I really wonder what that map looks like. Like, I like to imagine maybe there's like a flowchart that is like the size of an entire wall in your living room. If you make everything like an 8-point font, maybe you could fit that entire flowchart on there. I don't know. You open the chest, releasing them both. Crowbar doesn't look too pleased. Crowbar does not look too pleased. You deflect his gunfire into the awesome gravitational pull of Sawbuck's astonishing girth. Oh my god. Everybody into the past! So, like, every time Sawbuck gets hit, time changes. That's what I'm getting out of this. Maybe, Blitzy, maybe. You dodge his next round, too. It seems Sawbuck from this timeline, i.e. the real Sawbuck, was in this room at this point in time. He and Crowbar exchange bullets. Off they go. They no doubt go on to spend the rest of their ammunition peppering each other throughout the timeline, destroying all these clocks in the process between now and the present. You guess that explains the mess when you got here. Thank God you figured that out. You'd have surely lost sleep over it. 20 of 107 clocks re-destroyed for the first time. Eventually. You know what? Never mind. Oh my gosh. What is even... I don't know. Alright. Take a moment to think up some time-based one-liners. Okay. You think you got one. Time travel sure can be a double-edged sword! Oh gosh. As he runs Sawbuck through with his double-edged sword. Wait, that was awful. Really, really bad. You're sure you can do better than that. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Sorry to... No. Time's running... No, wait. Fuck. You ask yourself from the past for a little... Oh, you ask yourself from the past for a little help. Time's... Something about time. Time being up. No, wait. How about some kind of clock pun? No, damn it. Will you just listen? You were almost onto something. Time is... Screw this. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Oh, and just what does this quivering mound of blubber think he's up to? Oh geez, Sawbuck has a gun. And is about to use it. Stab first, utter puns later. Just as you hear your past self asking what happened to your eye, you jab Sawbuck with your butterfly effect knife. You remember a little while ago asking yourself about your eye, and not giving yourself an answer just before disappearing. Maybe if you stopped and thought about it for a second, you could have warned yourself and avoided the whole mess, albeit in the process of creating a paradox. But your strict policy of stabbing first and answering questions later prevented it. You're sure your past self understands/understood. You are sure of this because you very clearly remember understanding/understooding. Oh, good heavens, this is making my head spin, but it's also delightful. You are now past Spade Slick. Again. You were just about to pull Crowbar's pin. You guess all that stuff with your future self and Sawbuck originally happened in this room while we were all off watching someone else, like Diamond's Droog or something. That makes sense. Remove Crowbar's pin. Oh. And all this stuff happens again. A whole bunch of shit happens that we already saw. Oh, if I click this, it loops me back to... earlier. Okay. Cool. Oh, we don't need to do that again. Let's be future Spade Slick. Being your future self is a lot more constructive because you get to do stuff you haven't already done. Looks like you're in the future. It's a bloody mess in here. Holy cow, it is a bloody mess. How many Sawbucks are there? Holy cow. It's a bloody mess in here. The clocks are more bullet-riddled than ever. But it seems like Crowbar and both Sawbucks have been decapitated. Oh god. You're almost certain this is something you will... You're almost certain this is something you will be or were already responsible for. Which of course means more time traveling. Looks like the tub and chest are gone, which means future you must have packed up and left already. Got to take note of these sorts of things so you know where you are in the timeline. You notice something on the wall over there. Oh, what do we notice on the wall? I guess we'll find out in a moment. Do 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 do. All right. One of the clocks that wasn't destroyed before is now bloodied and full of holes. Not especially noteworthy, you just have a feeling you should register this fact. 108 out of 1,000 clocks destroyed. Excellent. Good, good, good. Let's quickly remove the lance from Sawbuck. You pry the cigarette holder from his torso. Whoops! Another time jump. Gotta stop doing all this time jump stuff. This tub of goo keeps going for his gun. Widebody's gotta settle his big ass down. You really should incapacitate him without inflicting another wound. Knock Sawbuck unconscious. Count some sheep! Wait, the clock on the wall. What about the clock on the wall? It hasn't been destroyed yet, but it's about to be. It's ticking down to the time it's stuck on in the future. Maybe if you time it just right, you could end this whole mess in one fell slice. You've even got an ice-cold one-liner to dish out when the time comes. You've been working pretty hard on it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Hate to cut end. Wait, no, not yet. Wait for it. Wait for it. Hate to... No. Wait. Hate to cut and... Damn it! Not yet! Hate to cut and run. Shit! Hate to... Hate to... Hate to chop all your heads off with a sword. Real sorry about that. My bad. What? Oh my god. You slay them all with your rapier wit. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that explains the decapitated people. That explains how that all happened. Okay. 9 out of 15 green torsos dead. 2 out of 9 green torsos deadened twice. 1 out of 15 green torsos dead for the first time, but it's an alternate universe torso, so you guess maybe it doesn't count? 7 out of 108 clocks gratuitously re-destroyed. Oh my gosh, this is getting complicated. Still waiting to explode, I think, but yeah, dead. Sorta dead. Oh yeah, Stitch is sorta dead because they killed Stitch in one timeline, but they imprisoned Stitch in another timeline, so... Oh my gosh. And Sawbuck is dead times 2. Double deaded. Oh man. And now we have Snowman's picture. Oh gosh, this is so complicated. You grab the tub and chest and move on. That is altogether enough of this nonsense. Call spades. Ah, so there's the alive Stitch. Oh, a big enough wall to do so. That would be excellent. Oh, with the entire B-movie script? That's a cool idea. Cool idea, Blitzy. Sorry, I just now saw that. I was enraptured by trying to figure out what's happening. You check up on Slick's status. Slick says he killed Crowbar again, Sawbuck twice, and Stitch once. You ask him if it was an alternate timeline Stitch. He says he guesses so. You say that doesn't count. You've got the real one here. He mutters some foul language you can't quite make out, but you tell him never mind and hurry down to meet you at the vault. He says he took some damage from Snowman. You say you know. You're having some effigies made of yourselves with your backup hats. Deuce brought Slick's crumpled backup hat, which he wound up with somehow. Not sure what happened to Deuce's. Boxcars is obviously tied up at the moment, so you can't get your hands on his just yet. Slick says that he's got both their hats, and he'll be down ASAP. You say alright. He says in the meantime, see what you can do about this eye. Alright, have Stitch patch up SS's effigy. Get to work, Thread Monkey. Okay, so I think I understand how the effigies work. and why they have backup hats. So, if they have an effigy and they have a backup hat placed atop the effigy, then they're able to heal them. They're able to use that to heal themselves. So the effigy will react to the physical condition of the person wearing the corresponding hat. I think I get it. All right, get to work, Thread Monkey. Have right eye patched up. Damn it! Your sprite was flipped the wrong way. You get Diamonds on the radio and tell him to undo it and wait until you're turned around. He says it's the right eye, right? Were you facing left or right? You say it's only right when facing left. It's the left eye when facing right. He says, oh, so it's the left-right eye. You say, yeah, but hang on a minute. You'll turn around so it's right-left. He says, okay, he'll wait. This is ridiculous. That's better. Arm yourself in case Cans shows up. If Cans shows up, none of these weapons you've got are going to do any good. You admire the lance for a moment. It's a pretty sweet weapon with outstanding craftsmanship. At least you got something out of the eye gouging. She'll have to pry this thing from your rigid severed arm if she wants it back. Ride around on Horse Hitcher pretending to joust. Yes! Yes, let's do that. Yeehaw! I'm delighted. Oh, shit. Oh, it's Snowman. Snowman speaking through the window. Oh, dear. Oh, this is not good. You can't believe she saw you horsing around like that. You'll never live this down. Shoot up Biscuit and Eggs as effigies. Wait a second, I just realized. Let me go back a sec. Okay, so Snowman is not green like the Felt guys. She looks like one of the Midnight Crew people. That didn't register with me at first. So maybe that's why. I guess that would explain why they're reacting differently to her than to the other Felt people. They're like, we need to kill the Felt people. We can't kill Snowman because that would destroy the universe. And also why he cares about that she saw him goofing around. Anyway, so now I'm very curious about that relationship. Let's see. Stitch keeps their effigies in a big warehouse several miles away because of their ridiculous duplication tendencies. You're sure as hell not going to drive all the way over there, so you just shoot them in person. Oh, so now we're killing all the eggs and biscuits. Shooting them all up. There's way too many of those. This was such an unbelievably terrible idea. Charge! Oh my gosh. So I'm seeing in this image that Stitch has a lighter and is holding it very, very close to the Midnight Crew effigies. Oh, but SS charged in and stabbed him in the chest. This is incredibly delirious biznasty. What? What is this link now? What? This is incredibly silly. What is this? What is this? I've wandered off into like some alternate universe thing. Ace Dick is pinned in a poor strategic position. Hubert razzes you with his flagellum of impertinence. Oh my goodness. Oh, so this is a different comic, Problem Sleuth? Okay. Since death is distracted, you surreptitiously tiptoe out of the afterlife. Frisk MK's body for valuables. Okay, so should I... So this is an entirely different comic. Should I just swerve back to the intermission instead of reading through this? Because I don't want to get too sidetracked. Yeah, I'm going to go back to Homestuck. But noted for later. Meanwhile, in the present, explosion! So we just re-deaded some people. We re-deaded... we re-deaded the people we blew up earlier. Stitch is now dead again. Alright. Start whacking things with the crowbar. Flank. The first thing you whack is Egg's egg timer. Oh dear. Fwam! Ring. You do this because, of course, you know that Crowbar's crowbar will destroy any temporal artifact and completely negate its effect on the timeline. Oh, snap. That's right, the crowbar can fix timelines. Ah! Everything's back to normal now. Attempt to eat eggs. Your attempt was an overwhelming success. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh wow. That's rather, yeah, that's gratuitously violent. Oh my goodness. Biscuits is looking a tad snug in his muffin tray. He thinks it's about time to poke a broom straw in this battle. His dough will rise to live another day. See you in the future, suckers! Oh, that's right. He doesn't actually have any particularly special ability. He just goes into his oven and sets the timer, and when the timer goes off, he comes back out and he thinks he's in the future. Crowbar, Biscuit's oven, make it happen. You deal the oven a wicked flogging, but not much happens. The oven doesn't really have any magical time properties to be negated. It just travels into the future at a rate of 1 second per second, like everyone else. Put dynamite in oven. Oh my god. You set the bomb to go off in a few seconds, and both it and Biscuits are released from it in a few hours. Turn up heat on Biscuits' oven. Oh my. But is the oven like even plugged into a heat source? You're pretty sure this oven doesn't actually work at all. You just wheel it off somewhere else in the mansion so it can explode in peace. Oh my gosh. In the future, there's an explosion. 12 out of 15 green torsos dead. Probably some more clocks destroyed too. We're just like losing track of the clocks now. Alright. Use crowbar to pry the safe open. Since your expert safecracker apparently spent the last 5 or 6 hours being totally useless down here, you figure it's time to take things into your own hands. Huh? What's this little fellow all worked up about? He does look worked up about something. Clover insists that you reconsider. Using that to pry open the vault would be ever so much bad luck, like breaking 1,000 mirrors all at once. The sort of mirrors that tick and have numbers and tell time and stuff. This is the worst kind of mirror to break, luck-wise. Politely ask Clover to remain calm. He refuses outright and starts doing a really frisky jig. Doody doody, doody doody doo doo, doody doody doo doo. He begins spitting a fanciful series of riddles. Sorry, I stopped for a second. He begins spinning a fanciful series of riddles, illuminating the true path to opening the vault. Mysterious music fills your ears as your mind assumes the shape of a pretzel. Doody doody doo doo doody doody doo 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 doody doo 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 doody doody doo doo. This is how the music would sound if we were listening to it right now. Ask Clover for the ultimate riddle. You ask Clover to open the safe. Simple, straight to the point, effective. What's this? Hee. You think you can shoot Clover? He is so lucky the gun will probably jam or something predictable like that. Nice try, though. You just start whacking him with a newspaper instead. You don't have to be all that unlucky to get whacked around with a newspaper. It's sort of a gray area. DD, check personal ads of periodical. The gray ladies. No clothes, no shame, no chroma. Oh my god. This isn't a real newspaper. It's just a wrapper for your private sorted literature, which no one can ever see. Uh-oh, it's slipping out a bit. Your appetite for monochrome beauties is nearly on public display. Gotta keep a lid on that smut, especially with Clover around. Oh dear. Ogle. Oh my gosh. Suddenly the whole vault room is shaking. You wonder what it could be. It sounds suspiciously like Cans is about to plow through the wall Kool-Aid Man style. You pray to God that it is not Cans about to plow through the wall Kool-Aid Man style. Oh no. Oh no. All of a sudden, Cans plows through the wall Kool-Aid Man style. Resist the urge to shout, "Oh yeah!" You're not gonna resist it. Oh no! Oh dear. Hi, Cans. Did you just literally get knocked into next week? He punches you into next week. You find yourself going about your business a week later. Looks like you're doing a little grocery shopping. You're a bit confused, having no memory of the previous week. You have no idea what is on your grocery list. Are you out of milk? What kind of produce do you need to stock up on? It is all a little overwhelming. And to make things worse, the selection has too many prices and values. What is this? Ah, it's another Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff goes shopping. Jeremy! Not all cans are the same. What's the difference? God damn! It's like, who needs this fucking bullshit? It is so infuriating. Shit, where's the manager? And there he goes. He has the manager's attention. And now the police are involved. Jesus Christ. Oh my fucking god. I can't believe what he made take place. They're just fading away. What? That doesn't make any sense. There's some interesting design choices on that comic. God, it's so random. Let's see. Use X's body as bait for Cans. Battle technique. Torso flail. You flail the torso Cansward in an attempt to placate him with the red meat. Oh, so this goes back to that other comic from earlier. Battle technique, torso flail. So basically this intermission is referencing Problem Sleuth in ways. That's cool. It doesn't work! Oh my goodness. Cans clocks boxcars entirely out of the current calendar year. You land in a totally different, outdated calendar. Oh my goodness. The Spirited Horse. The Spirited Horse brings to life, in vivid imagery, the true nature, and spirit of the horse, demonstrating the legendary allure of horses in spectacular photographs. This new calendar from Sellers Publishing will answer the call of the wild and inspire... Yeah, that's too small to read. I'm not going to bother with that. Looks like this one's themed with spirited horses. You'll be up to your ass in horses for a whole year. Just great. This is just what you need to be doing. Farming all these goddamn horses. Fucking pain in the ass. Just ignore him and pry the safe open. You don't care what the consequences are. You're going to crack open the safe and be done with it. This whole intermission was starting to get a little punchy anyway. Hey, Rolite! Happy Saturday. Oh, damn. Well, that killed everyone else. Oh, no. The massive release of temporal distortion from the vault transports you to a highly unfavorable timeline. Looks like the entire mansion was leveled except for the vault and its enclosure. Everyone's dead except for you and you know who. But at least the safe's open. Hang on. I just had a thought. So the what was the name of that when they jumped way back to the past for a moment and we saw that one character, like the scurrious... Was it like Scurrious Stranger or something like that? I forget what it's called. Is that character... Is that Spades? Was that like future Spades thrown into the past? Because that's what I'm wondering right now. Anyway, let's enter the vault. Because they're both SS, so... I thought that might have been just coincidental earlier, because I noticed that they were both SS, but I didn't realize that there might be a connection there. Anyway, there's nothing in here except an opening on the floor. There's a door with a keyhole, and you have a feeling you know how to open it. You only wonder why English's treasure would be locked behind a door with a spade on it. Dramatically use the spade key! You guess this is what the spade key was for all this time. You dramatically wield the spade key in a matter-of-fact manner. Yeah, Blitzy, I think it's if I remember to do so, I might start just keeping stuff in notes. I'm not gonna do that right now though, but maybe maybe next week. Peek inside keyhole. What keyhole? It was clearly a barcode scanner all along, like the kind they sweep groceries over at supermarkets. That reminds you, you should really do some shopping next week. You're not going to peek inside because the lasers could blind you in one eye. Oh, wait! You're already blind in one eye. Use rules card for blackjack. This was never a problem because there is clearly a barcode imprinted on your rules card for blackjack, as well as your arm. But there's nothing wrong with a little redundancy, you guess. Get on with it. A barcode on your arm, eh? Huh? Oh man, somebody shot through the card. Snowman! Oh, are you looking for this? Well, come and get it, you contemptuous she-witch! Oh man, here we go. Here we go. Snowman's black inches no doubt have been responsible for more than a few red cheeks. Oh my. Oh dear God! Oh, she just ripped his arm off. Holy cow. Slam! Holy cow, that was super well timed. Oh dear. Flip your sprite. Turnways sprite flip! You got to flip it! Turnways! Oh my gosh, another Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff, like in the middle of this. Sports! In my dream, I am the star. It's me. And then the big man comes for a little one-on-one. But it turns out to be crazy what kind of dunks this guy has. Dunk. I'm telling you, air like that is unreal. It doesn't even happen. Most of the time. The court is on fire. Dude, come get the ruler. Check this out. Okay, dude, no. You're holding it wrong. Dude, no, dude. Dude, hurry. He's escaping from above. Dude, no, let me show you. No, dude, fuck, no. No, fuck, dude, you've got to flip it. Turn ways. Jesus, fuck, dude. What? What? Why are these things happening? Got to flip it, turnways. Anyway, scan the barcode. Oh, so the sprite flip caused the barcode to appear back on his arm. Holy cow! It's the spirograph. We're going down into a hole. There's a trail of blood. What? This guy again? Been a long time. What is this? This is like the screens we saw earlier, but this is not any of our friends. This is someone different. Hey, kid. Yeah, you. What? What? So this looks like John a little bit, except it's like Demon John, and he's got his Nana Sprite type thing, except it's like Lobster Sprite. There are shenanigans happening. Hey Nautilus, how's it going? Happy Saturday. Yeah, I'm very confused. So like the main Homestuck story, I think I more or less have straight in my head somewhat, but these intermission shenanigans, I don't understand. Anyway, MS Paint Adventures. CG, boggle vacantly at these shenanigans. It begins to dawn on you that everything you're about to do may prove to have been a colossal waste of time. End intermission. Oh, that's the end of the intermission? Oh. Oh man, well, so that's the intermission. So it seems like. So let me stop and process the intermission for a moment. So I feel like, hey, Jelly Possum, how's it going? Yep, you just made it for the start of Act 4. So we just finished the intermission. I am incredibly confused. I don't really know. Well, for what? I'm not really sure about the specifics of what just happened in the intermission, but basically, what happened is the Midnight Crew and the Felt all got wiped out by time shenanigans, except for Spades and Snowman and Lord English. And it seems like most of it was just a colossal waste of time. Like, probably what... It seems like 90% of that story was unnecessary, which is probably part of the joke, and I appreciate that. But it seems like Spades has stumbled into a suburb-like area capsule thing like we saw in Act 3, where he can monitor friends who are playing Suburb. It was a fun waste of time, Blitzy. You're correct. It was a fun waste of time. Oh, Serious Inc. Have you read Homestuck before? I was like, I'm trying to understand this, but now we are seeing some different friends. There's kind of a cool way. Yeah, still important to the story, Jelly Possum. Yeah, and shoot, what was the exact name of that exile person that we saw briefly in the intermission? Like, I want to say it was like, was it the Scurious Stranger? Spurious Stranger? Is Stranger even the right word? Someone please remind me what that person's name was, because I'm trying to keep track of all the names here. I know we've got Peregrine Mendicant, the Wayward Vagabond, the Aimless Renegade. Oh, and Jelly, is it Scurious Stranger? Is that what it is? Yeah, an undetermined number of clocks were destroyed too. Like, what is even happening? Okay. Okay, guys. I'm gonna freshen up my coffee real quick. I'll be back in a moment. Straggler! Okay, Straggler. Okay. Yes, Straggler. Scurious Straggler. Gotcha. I love the names of all the exiles. It's so charming and whimsical. Scurrilous. See, yeah, that's a difficult one to remember. I really need to take Blitzy's advice of writing stuff down, and I'm not going to do it today, but I might try to do that over the next week, so I have notes in front of me when I start next week. But anyway, I'm going to go get more coffee. I'll be back in a moment, and we're going to start Act 4! What? Act 4! Holy cow! I'll be right back.